One. All right.
I hope not. Oh, okay.
It's another
Hey.
episode. It's another episode of Mother Talks, baby. The safe place for keeping it player, where we keep it kosher every time, all the time. It's another week of your boys. It's the
Mm-hmm.
SL, the number one SL, the real SL, the only SL. And
Yeah, I don't know none of that. So
it's aka Whoa Easy Baby, aka Black as
yes,
Shit
sir.
Boy. You know what I'm saying? The one and old T Mac, baby. How you living?
Another
As he
week of
gets
looking
situated.
good. Another week of looking good. I've been looking good for a long time.
I mean,
You
I don't
know what
know
I'm
what's
saying?
going on.
I don't. But you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I've been looking good for a long time, and I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep winning. You know what I'm saying? I'll be talking shit. You know, it's just Mother's Day. Pass out to all the mothers. But you know, one of the last things I said to my grandmother before she passed, like the last conversation we had, I was like, my father, you know, pops be going through shit, pops be wild and shit. But I'm like, you know what? Thank God, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be this handsome. So you know what? I gotta shout him out for that.
You gotta give love to it's a growth to give to be impartial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know, nigga, you wasn't you wasn't the best role model, but nigga, you made me handsome. So I'll take it.
You gotta take the little ones, take the little W's. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Had to pour up my drink. You know, that's what I was doing. Cause it's gonna be a good one today.
I got the wine on deck. You know what I'm saying?
This
Nice
nigga
and
stay
chill.
drinking wine, man. This nigga stay drinking wine.
Call me the LeBron of Mother Talks, man. Gotta drink, gotta keep a glass of wine. No, I'm
Nah, you
mellow,
gotta get it. You
mellow,
gotta give
mellow.
that to Mello. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm about to
mellow.
say
I'm
you gotta get
mellow.
that to
I'm
Mello.
mellow. I'm mellow. Cheers to Mellow, because Mellow is my player. Mellow is my favorite player. So Team Mellow, baby, and we drink wine over here.
Hell yeah, I was on Mello Instagram today. It's very low, which I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? He
What you
got a
mean?
couple highlights.
You don't be active?
Mello be chilling. Mello don't be posting a lot.
Well,
Like
right
it
now
was,
he's trying to make the playoffs, man. He's trying to make the playoffs.
yeah, man. I think Portland can make a run. They stay healthy, man.
It's a little hectic in Portland, but Melo, he's got his braids back. He just hit the
All
tenth
time.
spot for all time. The haters, try to keep him out the
Yeah.
league. They try to keep him out the league. They are say he
That's
wasn't a
whack
good player. They try to say he didn't deserve to be in the game of basketball at the highest
at the
level.
highest level. They was
Yeah,
hating. That was pure hate. That's all that was.
hating. So I want to shout out Melo. I'm saying stay strong, King. Push through. He got his braids back. So you know what happens when Melo gets his braids back. He gets in another bag. And he's
Hey
still
man, he
quick.
made his furthest playoff run back in the day when he had the braids. So
Yeah, boss. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm
But you had a good weekend, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
saying?
All types, all spectrums.
Yes.
Um, Mom's doing good.
Mom's is good, you know. She's fully vaccinated and
Okay.
healthy. It was nice to see. I saw my grandmother. I saw both my aunts. I FaceTime all but one of my aunts.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not the closest, but I still, still love her. Shout out to her. But it was good touching with the family. The trip was made up the road. I went from Richmond to Richmond, Alexandria. It was good going down memory lane again. You know,
Okay.
but first and foremost, it was good to just see my family. Because this past year, it wasn't a lot of that time spent. Even
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember Mother's Day last year. I probably we hit it. Yeah, we hit it before. Because that was before. No, it was after COVID.
Yeah, it was after COVID. It was in the thick of COVID.
Hell yeah, I think that shit just got brushed over. Like for real, I don't even remember nothing.
Yeah, I don't remember any holidays, to be honest, during COVID. Like shit was shut down. I think this is a time where everybody was like doing like at home shit. People were firing off.
Oh, that's what we did. We zoomed the shit, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But that's good, man. My mama treats you good, kept you fly, what I'm saying, kept you warm, when things were
Kept you
tough.
warm. Yes, she kept me warm. Yes.
That's good, man. I'm glad to see she's doing all right, or get to hear that your people doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I FaceTime my mom too. She was doing all right. she's an interesting character. Like I don't know what it is, but like my mom likes to work out a lot, and she broke her thumb working out. And I said, Mom, you need to stay at the gym. She said, What are you talking about? I'm going back to the gym this afternoon. Like, I just don't get it. Like, ain't no way. She's like, I don't need to use my hands. I said, you know what? You're right.
You don't.
You do
You know, it's
squats.
funny that she fucked her thumb up, but she's still going to the gym. I appreciate it about her. My mom be in the gym too. She be having personal training and shit. Fitness is a priority, especially once you get up in them ages. But I remember when I was playing freshman football and I was getting ready to go to the next level, and I was in the weight room, bro. I was here with it. And then I had an injury to my thumb, and I couldn't grip the bar no more. Cause football, all you're doing is benching, deadlift, squat. But so my thumb was so fucked up, I couldn't even grip nothing, right? So I stopped going to the gym. I stopped going to the weight.
It was over.
Stopped going to weight training. I never went back again. I never went back to weight training again. Who knows where I would be if I didn't hurt my thumb and went back to weight training. And I was deep, son. I went to like some of the like performance institute shit. Like I was getting, my parents paid money for me to like try to be an athlete. And I just stopped.
Listen, I think about that. I think about that often. Like, as we get older, we're gonna have children at some point, and I think about like how expensive children are just to drop some shit. You just said your parents paid money to send you to a nice school, a nice performance institute. And you just
bro, it was like for you to increase your performance as an athlete. It was like one of these like online like like these facilities that all these athletes be training in. Like this is bro, they had us doing 40 agility, increasing Jones, increasing my vertical. And I'm not gonna lie, I saw results. Like there was results. I got faster, I got stronger, all that shit. But now I just use it for I don't even know what it was for.
So exactly. Well, they probably spent a good, it was good. Let's say $500-$600.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Because I was thinking 400 because it was like some weeks too. I was in that bitch for like 8 weeks.
Yeah. Just for you to drop it. I can see why, like, you get psycho parents that I can see. I'm spending mad money on this little nigga not to be great.
That nigga,
I work at 9 to 5 at the month. I'm a post office man. I'm paying I'm working 2 jobs. I'm working nights so you can play motherfucking basketball and get us out the hood. And you stop because you get tired.
But on some shit, I really feel like maybe because I wasn't in the hood, it wasn't like nigga, I gotta make it. I never had that like nigga, I gotta make it. I gotta get my moms out there. I never had that. But I'll say this though, I'm a way better athlete than either one of my parents. So my kids is just gonna be better athletes than me. Shit, they might make it somewhere.
You gotta put that bread up though.
Oh, listen, I'll put it up. But you know what? I think mentally is where it's all at. It's between the ears because that's what separates. Shout out to Kobe Bean. That's what separates the average from the good from the great. You gotta have a mentality. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Shout out to your mom though. That's where it started from. Your mama your mama is in her 50s yet?
She's in her 50s.
She in her 50s and she like, nigga, fuck this thumb injury. I'm still gonna get it in.
Yeah. So salute to her, It's always weird. Like, we're at the age now that like we should be buying our parents more extravagant gifts, but we can't afford it.
Bro, I mean, I could spend it, but it's like it's going on the credit card.
I mean, like, if you gotta put it on a credit card, can you really afford it? You know what I'm saying?
Probably not. Yes. Yeah, good rebuttal. Good rebuttal.
You get on Instagram, niggas is buying their parents a new car, giving them a nice little band or something. I was like, you know what? I need to get
I seen this nigga give his mother 10 bands. And I was like, my mother know like my life. So she would be, if I gave her like 1,000, she'd be like, nigga, take this back. You can have this back. Why are you giving me $1,000? But we could all dream, before they get old and gray, we could pull up in something fast, pick them up.
At some point, I'm gonna drop the nice coupe for her. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Outside.
Put the bow on that shit.
Yeah. You know,
Get them out the way. Get them out the way.
aspirations. I gotta do it for pops too, man, because pops don't get enough, love. Good fathers, they don't get enough love. Father Day come and it's like Mother's Day part two for a lot of people.
Oh, bro, fathers don't get no respect. Fathers don't get no respect. You gotta be like a single. You gotta be like a single father who baby mother was on crack for you to like actually get like parental respect.
Because the world stops for Mother's Day.
Oh yes, because I pushed you out. I created life. I grew you for 9 months. I was in labor for 24 hours. And listen, I'm not saying this in like a sarcastic way. I'm like, that's heavy. You grew the baby. You nursed the baby. You nurtured the baby. You loved the baby.
They deserve all the love they get. I'm just saying, it's just the difference between Father's and Mother's Day is drastic.
Yeah, because all the father did was bust a nut, and then he was just out doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Forever.
Mama gets some bands. Daddy gets some socks.
Daddy gets socks and tie and a steak. If he get a steak. But you might have just changed my Keep It Funky from what I was going to Keep It Funky about. You know what? I've been doing this we do this every week similarly, like the comparison between men and women and where men fall short and where women fall short and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like a lot of women really think that the double standard doesn't benefit them, right? Like they get the short end of the stick most of the time. And I'll be thinking like, you know what? It is tough to be a woman. It's really tough. You got to go through more. You got to deal with men, harassment, the threat of violence and rape and raising babies by yourself. But I swear to God, after all of that shit be said, I'll be like, yeah, you're right. You got it tough. But then I'll be like, you shouldn't have ate the fucking apple. I'll be like, because literally I'll be listening to women talk and I'll be like, you know what? You're 100% right. Like, I can't even deny your struggle. Yeah. But bitch, you shouldn't have ate the apple. Like,
you got the wrong beef for me.
You took the first bite and then passed it to me. That's why your ass bleed once a month. That's why your ass got to carry. I wasn't there. I didn't draw the stick. I just know what stick I got. You feel me? And it just happened to be a stick that dangled. You feel me? So, like, honestly, women have it tougher than men. I will give you that 100%. Like, all in all, if you weigh out the struggle, if we have a struggle war, like, who has more of a struggle? For sure. But then y'all be trying to say y'all better than niggas all the time, though. They always want to say they better. We better. We smarter. We're faster. We're y'all slow. Y'all don't even know. We cheat on y'all. Y'all don't even know it be happening. You know what I'm saying? All that little shit they jabbing at niggas like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. But y'all win the struggle Olympics. You shouldn't have ate the fucking apple.
I mean, you're not wrong there. You're not right. It's in the cards.
Shit. I literally, I thank God for being born a man because I identify with my sex.
And it wasn't even like she ate it on accident. God literally told you, don't eat that one apple.
It's like, nigga, I told you not to eat this fruit. You can eat of every tree.
He literally said, it's the Garden of Eden. You have anything you want. You just can have that one fruit.
But listen, you want to go to the metaphor game, right? She was tempted by the snake. Dick is always going to be these bitches' downfall. Dick. She was tempted by a snake. The snake said, why? He don't want you to eat that. And you know what? This get over religion. That is a crazy story to start the fucking shit off with, bro. like, I have faith in God and things higher than me. But the fact that that's the first story you tell, bro, it's fucking crazy.
That's you know what? Hindsight's 2020, right? That should have told us that this planet is going to be on a wild ride. The story of Earth would have been it's going to be a wild ride if that was the first story we've ever learned about, right?
That's the first story we learned. Shit, I went to Bible school. I went to Sunday school. I was in Sunday school. They said, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And then you keep going in Genesis, and they'd be like, he created man. And he created, man needed a partner. He took his rib and created a woman. And her name was Eve. And then he said, Eve, put him in a garden. Then they said the tree of knowledge. What was it? Tree of knowledge. What was it? The tree of knowledge. You can eat all of this, and they was naked and they was happy. But then they realized they was naked and they wanted to cover it up. And they said Eve got tempted. I didn't make this shit. This is what they told me. And you know what? That's some patriarchy shit right there. Whole time, it might be a lie, but it might be the truth because I don't bleed once a month. I don't gotta carry one baby for 9 months. I don't gotta push a bit. Or there's some other deep shit I've been thinking about. You know what? So I read a book about the laws of the spirit world. They say,
hold on, also, and I also know that if someone tells me not to do something, I'm less likely not to do it. But women have a competitive spirit. When you tell them not to do
competitive.
When you don't tell them to do it, they're more likely to do it. I'm just saying.
You tapped into something right there. Competitive spirit in women is way like if you ever see a woman fighter, they're crazier than a man. You know, like UFC type shit.
Yeah.
They're way scarier than the nigga fighters.
Yeah.
So like the competitive spirit in women is just cranked up a lot higher than men.
Have you ever told a woman she can't do anything?
So don't tell her what can't.
Exactly.
Woman, you can't tell a woman she can't do anything. Like what? A woman, I can't do that. What are you talking? They're gonna go do that and then a lot of the times they prove you wrong. A lot of the times.
Yeah.
They're like, because this is I don't want this podcast to come. We have a lot of women listeners. I don't want this podcast, I hope, has never come up as like we hate women or we got anything against women. I love women. I appreciate women. When I first started doing anything on YouTube, I had a part of my show every show where I was like, this is a women appreciation moment. Because I love women so deeply and dearly. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got some shit with y'all. And it's just we take time to point out the shit with y'all because obviously through social media and just media in general, we see all the fuck shit niggas do. So I just gotta make sure like, hey, it ain't just us. Y'all ate the apple. Y'all out here stripping and robbing niggas, drugging niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just to give it balance. That's all.
Yeah, you need balance.
Mm-hmm.
But go back to your story. You was reading a book.
Oh yeah, I was reading a book about laws of the spirit world. So basically, they believe in reincarnation, or you can choose to come back to Earth so that you can elevate through the levels of heaven. It was like the only book I read in the last 5 years, but it was a really good book. And I think that some people choose to reincarnate as women. Some souls choose to reincarnate as women because it's tougher. And if your journey on Earth is tougher, you elevate through the levels of heaven higher. So maybe those souls that choose to come back as women know that it's tougher, so they come back as women so that if they overcome and they still live a good, positive life, they will go to the highest levels of heaven.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So like, because in the book, you can choose what body you'll take. Like you could choose what you'll come back. You could choose your mother. I believe that's what it is. Damn.
You can choose your fighter. You can choose your fighter.
Just like Mortal Kombat. Like who you want to be, you could choose. And normally when you get to the top level, when you fighting for like to get to the level 7, you it's really tough. So they'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna come back as a woman and I'm gonna be victorious on Earth because Earth sucks, basically. You know what I'm saying? That was the gist of the book. So even though you ate the apple, maybe you really didn't eat the apple, and maybe your journey is really tough because you're fighting to get to the highest level of heaven. Think about that.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And just to sum it up, these bitches still ain't shit though. Just and I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about these.
You gotta restore the feeling. Restore the feeling. Listen, we love women on this podcast. We reiterate that every time. This is a man's podcast.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
You gotta keep it a little bit masculine. You know
I'm hairy than a motherfucker. We got hair over here.
So you that was your Keep It Funky, right?
Yes, that was.
Okay. So this week, I dived into another part of Twitter. I dived into the woke wars that's on Twitter.
Say that again.
The woke section of Twitter. There's a constant battle that we don't know about of regular people. It's the woke wars. Okay. And this
Hey,
is a dark place. It's a dark place, bro.
listen, wait. That's some white supremacy on that. Dark is not bad. Let's say it's a let's say it's a negative place.
Okay, it's a negative place. Let's do that. That's a
Because
better answer.
dark and negative should not be synonymous.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, bro. If you go to Hotep, you better Hotep.
I get it. No, I didn't think about it. You went there. You went there. You went there. So I get it. It's a place where let me tell you about this place for the listeners.
This nigga like he went to Neverland or some shit. Let me tell you about this place.
It's a place where men are hated. That's number one. It's a place where the family dynamic does not involve men. It's a place where if you say anything that could be turned negatively, you're homophobic, you're transphobic, you're a Trumper, you're likely to be canceled. There's a lot of big words.
Okay, continue. That one got me. That one tickled me.
It's just a lot of obnoxiousness. It's just like people are, and it seems like people just don't like each other. You know, there's no fun. There's no funny in this. There's no fun in.
Are there any strippers? There are no strippers in the woke wars.
Well, there are strippers, but they're mostly advocating for sex work. And
I know that type of stripper.
Yeah, the trials and tribulations of the sex worker. Everybody has a struggle. When instead of tweeting, they'll put a disclaimer to the tweet. They'll put like a TW. You know what TW means?
Trust
trigger warning. Trigger. Good answer. Good answer.
Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Bitch.
So if they say anything that could be, let's say, classified as,
it might trigger you.
Yeah, hard to read. They'll put like a little exclamation marks or ellipses or stars in between letters, so you can't actually search it. If they're talking about someone. This is where cancel culture lives, and it breathes there, and it lives there, and just a place where you don't want to be. Like, if you catch yourself on that side, it's exhausting.
It's an ecosystem of exhaustion.
This is where people like conservative side of the spectrum, where they say cancel culture lives. It's literally like 40-year-olds versus like 18, 19, 20-year-olds. It's literally like they're clashing. Like people are trying. It's like it's exhausting, bro. And I also realize that the reason we're having all these discussions about relationships is because it's one demographic of people, and we're included. It's from 18 to 30. We're very stupid,
No cap, no kid,
like,
no kizzy.
This is the demographic where we want to have it all. Don't work for shit. No life experiences. So if there's anything that happens to us, is I'm out of here. There's a lot of entitlement. There's a lot of entitlement in our demographic. There's a lot of
I just think it, and the reason why all that exists is because they don't know that when they get 40, they're gonna look around and be like, "Oh shit, I'm a loser." You feel me? Like, we're still in this stage of life where we could be in denial about things. Like, oh, I just haven't made it yet. Oh, I'm just waiting for my become, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But when you get like 40, you will know whether you're a loser.
It's dark.
And then you'll just be like, I guess, like the other people in the woke war, they'll be like, y'all don't know shit. I'm trying to tell y'all what the fuck is going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still are on the precipice. You feel me? Yeah. We're not over the hill. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talk a lot of shit because we feel like we know something. But when you just said it, we don't know shit.
We don't know shit.
I talk this shit because it sounds good, but trust me, I feel like I said this before. I was like, don't listen to me. Like I literally said on the podcast, don't listen.
Bro.
But my number one rule for the longest, just because I heard it and I was like, this is something to live by. If you smart, you know that you don't know shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I know that I don't know shit, and I stand on my unknowing because it'll give me the grace to grow and actually know some shit. But I feel like a lot of these woke niggas, they be like, niggas, I know this. What's happening?
These are the niggas that spend a lot of time in like, they spend like maybe 5 or 6 years in college. You know, they're college educated.
They got a doctorate or some shit.
Got a doctorate. You know, they've read a couple extra,
they read some books.
They read some books. So they watched a couple of documentaries.
Oh yeah, a lot of documentaries.
Yeah, they watch a lot of documentaries. They think they're advocates of Dr. King or Malcolm X, and Malcolm X would have said this, Dr. King would have said this. You don't know, nigga. Like, these are the less march niggas.
Say again.
They're the marching niggas.
Oh, the niggas is in the streets. Got you.
Yeah, they be in the streets. You know.
Got you.
They hate capitalism.
But they love material shit, I bet.
But they love material shit. You know, they hate celebrities, but they love the city girls. You know?
They hate celebrities, but they love it. If you're going to love a celebrity, you might as well love the city girls. Karish.
I mean, you gotta love Jatavia and Karish now.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm a JT fan myself. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a weird place. It's just a weird place, bro. Like, don't ever go there. You know,
listen,
like in Lion King, where it says, you know, what Lion King where it says,
yeah, the dark, the shadow, don't go over there.
Don't go there.
But you went over there because you was Simba, and you was like, I gotta see what's going on over there.
I did, because I saw a wild tweet. It started off because it was on Mother's Day, and Senator Cori Bush, she was doing like a Mother's Day post or whatever, but instead of saying mother, she was calling people birthing bodies. So, and I guess that's
Start your shit. Start whatever.
I guess that's to be inclusive of, you know, the trans community, you know. But that's just, it's weird. Like, you're doing too much. So
listen.
And then you get on quote tweet after quote tweet.
So she said Happy Birthing Bodies Day. What'd she say?
Let me see. Let me
So first of all, listen, I'm gonna tell you, this is the first thing I thought of when you started your talking. When you was like describing this sector, we'll call it. When you started talking about the use of big words, I was like, you lost me. You lost like when you using words that I gotta Google, and I'm a Google the word because I like to know the word just so that I know it. But once you start using
this is where from Cori Bush, Congressman Cori Bush. Every day, Black birthing people and our babies die because our doctors don't believe our pain.
Wait.
No, she said that.
Every day, I see it. Black birthing people and my children are almost first. So we can't even say that women give birth to children no more. They're birthing people.
It's not. It's excluding.
This is what I'm saying. You getting caught up on a fucking word, and it's taking the whole issue from what she was trying to talk about. She was trying to talk about how birthers can have bad medical care that make them die. Right? That's what it was about, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But we're sitting here not talking about all the birthers that die during childbirth because inadequate care. We're talking about you using the word birthers or whatever the fuck she said.
Birthing people. That gives me like real futuristic.
It's like a pod. It's like some Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
Babies. No, not Matrix. Remember in Superman, the new Superman, Man of Steel, they grow babies just like they grow people. They grow babies, and you that's what the birthing people. That's what we move towards. I mean, we probably are moving because Matrix was ahead of time. We're just gonna have birthing people now. And okay, listen,
I don't know.
Everybody has their fight.
I don't know. I'm just here. So that's how I got in the tunnel or the wormhole. You know, people, and then you get on people's Twitters and stuff like that. It was a.
You should have did that. I know that, bro, because I do it a little bit. But once I see something that I know just stupid, like I would have stopped at the birthers tweet. I wasn't gonna go no deeper than you. Like once I saw that tweet, I'm getting out of that thread and I'm going back to my. You was like, oh, let me dig deeper. No, because you went.
I got caught. I got caught.
You
bro.
went to the comments of the people that said that shit, and then you started digging. Oh, damn, nigga, you got dirt.
It was a wild hour and a half. I promise you, I lost time in my life for that. Well, yeah. So women now, you're gonna be called birthing people. So it's like this is why I see why like people go towards like the conservative side of things.
My nigga, I was like, listen, I see the all right. I see what you're talking about. They're trying to make us queer. I get you, but this is my all in all. Shout out to Thinking Out Loud podcast. This is my all in all. Everybody has their battles. She seems like she wants to fight the battle to change the terminology of birthing people from women. And guess what? I don't know shit. So you can fight your battle. You might be fighting a battle that's gonna win us the war. We don't know, Chris. You don't know.
You don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. And they don't know until they're dead and in heaven looking down like, oh shit, that was pointless. Or they realize, oh shit, I played a key part in the struggle of humanity. I don't fucking know, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I know I like what money can do for me, and I know that I like the way that women's gluteus maximus wiggles when they're in
yeah. So that's where I was at this past week, and I also have a really hot take that I don't know if I'll say on here. So
no, you gotta say it now. You gotta say it now. I just talked about sundresses. That you could say anything after sundresses.
So you used the term way back in the day on Thinking Out Loud podcast called Fully Baked.
Oh, damn. You going there. Okay, let's go.
I haven't worked this through, but I just don't think I think Caitlyn Jenner is a plant.
Oh, I think she's probably a drone. Yeah.
I think she's a plant. I think she's let's say not fully baked, right? Because like
oh, she definitely did not come. She's definitely not fully baked.
I'm just like, look, I have nothing against the community. I'm just like observing.
And we're still calling her she. Do you guys realize that?
Yeah,
we are progressive.
Yeah, I'm just noticing, like, okay, you're supposed to, like, did she not take all of her hormones? Like, her voice is still really deep.
That's what I'm trying to say, though. When you do that shit when you're 60 or 70,
She's 70.
Can't be fully baked. She was never going to be fully baked. She still looks like a man because she came out the oven undone, which a lot of white people do. Excuse me, white listeners. I'm just trying to say that when you're fully cooked, you're melanated of some form of fashion.
I think she's a plant from the Republican Party, bro, because they need some trans community representation in their party, right?
You ever seen?
So now she's running. Now she's running for politics. She's running for mayor of California, whatever. And it's like, okay, you transition to a woman. Your voice is still really deep, and it's like she doesn't even take pride in her trans womanness. Like her hair is unkempt.
You know why?
Her hair is unkempt. She don't do fly as a woman. It's like you just. I think she didn't do it all the way. I think it's a publicity stunt.
Caitlyn Jenner is half baked. That is not a hot take. That is a fact.
Okay.
Number two, do you want me to tell you how she can succeed? First of all, we don't know who she's fucking because won't nobody come out and say who.
That's a fact. Fucking. That's a fact.
Because it's very like the thought of her fucking is probably a turn off to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm just. This is not me judging. I'm just trying to say. We're
just talking.
And I heard this in a movie a long time ago. The reason why we'll never elect we've elected unmarried presidents in the past, but now in this modern social media age, the reason why we'll never elect an unmarried president is because we got to know that somebody can stand your ass.
Yep.
Because somebody will marry you, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And not that she's running for president, but Caitlyn Jenner ain't got no partner. Listen, if I turn trans, I'm going to have a bitch the next day. And we going to be on my story or something, doing something. You feel me?
Yeah.
She's never been linked to nobody romantically. Maybe we don't live in California. We probably don't know the inside. They probably know who she fucking about. But yeah, bro, that's hot. That is hot, though. That's hot.
I just, you know, she's been doing a lot of interviews lately. I'm like, yo,
Cool.
even as a trans woman, like, you don't even do your hair, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She's
do
not.
your hair. Do your hair. Do your hair. Look
See,
fly.
but now, you be speaking to the patriarchy a lot. I'm learning this shit about you.
How?
Because you're so focused on her appearance and not on her.
No. Listen, it's just like, okay, look. So
that patriarchy coming out of you.
maybe you transition to a whole woman and you don't even live in your womanhoodness.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a woman. It doesn't matter. I've never seen a woman not take care of her hair.
But see, that's even deeper. The fact that in Caitlyn Jenner's mind, the idea of being a woman is having long hair, wearing certain clothes, having breasts. That might be the patriarchy too, nigga. So she already fucked up in her whole journey to being a woman. Being a woman, they say this still, you feel it inside of you, right? It's not about how you look on the outside, really, but you want the whole world to see you as something. So I'm getting too deep for rap, man. I've been smoking this good.
Part of that woke war was telling us that, like, the ultimate sign of misogyny is the trans movement. Just stay woke.
No, you
white
lost.
White men.
It got crazy. I was like, what?
Stay woke. They said white men was transitioning, not because they felt like they needed to transition. They just transitioned because they needed to be a part of a movement and run a movement. That's what that side of Twitter was telling me. So I don't know. I'm just saying it's a white man that doesn't even live in her womanhoodness. Like, that's the one thing that trans women talk about, is that they want to live in their womanhoodness. Like, that's the number one thing. It doesn't seem like she's living in it. It just to me.
Well, if she's living in it, she's an ugly bitch. like this is what I'm trying to say, though. Listen, just like a part of a man's power is his ability to, just like the definition of power, the ability to make things act in a form and fashion that you see fit. A part of a woman, like money, is a part of a man's power, along with his physical strength, right? But for a woman, her beauty is part of her power. So if you're a woman and you're not beautiful, you're not as powerful. Not that you can never be as the most powerful woman, because obviously there's very powerful women that don't have beauty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say that just like money is a part of a man's power, beauty is a part of a woman's power.
Yeah.
And if you're a woman without beauty, which Caitlyn Jenner is, you ain't got no space.
She would have got fried up in pose, boy. I tell you that. That's all I'm saying. She would have made it one day in the ballroom. In the ball scene, she wouldn't have made it.
Oh, because she's probably not coordinated. She ain't got no fashion sense. You can't even walk in heels. This is what I'm trying to say, though. The LGBT community, especially the gay community, is very judgmental and very particular about details. If you don't hit none of them details, it's an L. And Caitlyn Jenner is missing so many details.
That's all it is.
And
there's nothing against the community. Nothing. I'm just noticing.
Oh yeah. You know, listen. I always know this because I know that we don't be talking out of pocket, because I know some gay people would say the same shit about her. That's when I know we're not talking out of pocket. When people from the trans community, I know that they're saying the same shit about Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. So.
Like, we're not. That's why it was a hot. That's why it was a hot take, but it wasn't like, yeah. That's why I can ride with you, because you done said some shit that I didn't ride with you on, but you was right. I just wasn't ready to ride with you on it.
You know, it's hard. Listen, visionaries are always alone in the initial ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just listen. Just like the woman who was talking about birthing people, she's a visionary. You don't even know it.
That's a tough.
She's a visionary. Oh shit, that was a good little segment. Shout out to the nigga. We brought some hot takes. Eve shouldn't eat the apple. But let's get to some happenings. You know what I'm saying? Some topical things. And this is very near and dear to the Black especially the Black male community. There seems to be a war brewing. You feel me? It seems to
Yep.
be a kerfuffle, maybe a duel. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a one-on-one brewing between Kevin Samuels and Dr. Umar Johnson.
The streets is brewing.
And
Streets
this is
is
for,
hot.
let's give some context before. So Kevin Samuels is a former image consultant and former, I forgot, he was in sales. And now he is a YouTuber and relationship coach. And Dr. Umar is a is an educator and a Pan-Africanist who I guess first featured on the Breakfast Club, and that's when I first saw him. And now he has become a meme favorite, a social media no context caption type of person. But he is a Pan-Africanist educator, and I believe he is not a psychologist. I believe he's a psychologist. Yes, a psychologist.
Yep, he got his doctorates in it.
Yes, and he speaks to the Black youth and the Black movement and Black in America. And these two men are kind of polar opposites. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it seems like a war is brewing. Now I've seen Kevin Samuels sub Umar, but he also shouted him out in the sub. He said, shout out to Umar, but he said people want him to talk more like Umar, be like, yeah, Black Pan-Africans, yeah, the Queen, Mother Earth. Da, da. But he said, no, that's not him. And then I've heard Umar sub. Listen, they both subbed. No, Kevin didn't sub. Kevin literally said his name. Yeah. But Umar subbed Kevin Samuels and was like, so-called relationship coach, YouTubian. Word of the year. Word of the year.
Beta male.
Listen, it was straight shot. Listen,
it was
a sub. It was a sub, but it was a sub, but them shots hit his target. He called him a YouTubian. He called him a beta male. He said that he breaks down Black women for profit. And you know what I'm saying? This is brewing. Now, before we go into the nuances of this back and forth, pick your fighter.
It's tough.
It's really tough. It's tough. It's tough.
I like both characters. I'm gonna go with Dr. Umar on this one though. But I think Kevin Samuels can't hold his own. You know, they're both very intelligent.
Now, are you speaking with your heart or your head when you pick Umar?
I would go with both. I've been riding with Dr.
So he's the winner in your heart and your head.
I've been riding with Dr. Umar for a long time, you know, before Kevin Samuels popped up. And I think his love for the Black community and the Black woman.
Oh yes.
It's gonna propel him to the win.
And,
what about you?
In his quotables, well, I'm Umar. I'm riding with Umar all day. I've tweeted it already. I'm riding with his quotable. His like you. I'm a sucker for words. I'm a sucker for phrases, catchphrases, anything. What this man got too many quotables to lose.
His bars.
This nigga bars are unbeatable. You cannot beat his bars. Yeah. He said, I think when he was at the park, he said, I think I'm gonna have to pull out the shotty. This nigga was at the. He said they're circling the prince. I don't want to have to pull out the shotty.
He's called. Listen, it's the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
The Prince of
King called consciousness.
He's unbeatable. His charisma and his gift of gab. Listen, Kevin Samuels is a very good debater.
Yeah,
but it's hard to debate.
So is Dr. Umar though. So like
Umar, and they both love facts. They both love to lean on facts. And you know what? At the end of the day, I think that they're only getting pitted against each other because they're opposite. I really don't think they have that much disagreement. Kevin Samuels' niche is not breaking down, but he's been breaking down women physically. But I will say this: Kevin Samuels is only responding to women who come to him on that level of materialism and physicality. When he answers these women, which the very disrespectful way he answers it, but I love disrespect. The women, my first insight was that the women that he spoke to, they weren't saying, "How can I be loved cherished, appreciated, and respected by a man. They were asking him, why am I not with a man that's making $500,000 a year? And he was coming back at them with the reasons why you weren't getting this high value man who's making $500,000 plus a year. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like possibly might be me making an assumption that if a woman came on his show and said, I'm looking for someone that will love me, cherish me, respect me, and push me to be a better woman, he would give them some advice that will go along with that. But if they're talking about just wanting a $500K nigga, you telling me you built like Emmitt Smith? You ain't about to you built like a halfback. To speak to Umar, the quote. This is the quote that I was thinking of before. Does anybody want to go to what restaurant with the Prince? He was trying to get somebody to go to a restaurant with him. He's like, anybody want to? What was the restaurant? It matters to me.
Let me look.
What was it?
Off the top of my head.
Did anybody want to go to Ruby Tuesdays with the Prince? I was sold, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm riding. Like, I'm cool with
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
I just was about to throw up. But let me proceed. Bro, I have 2 minutes of Umar on my phone that I will never delete. 2 donations.
Gifts.
Come on, son.
Gifts.
The
face-off would be fire, though. The face-off would be fire.
That's better than Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather.
You know, I think so. Like the thing,
He's fighting Logan. He's not even fighting Jake. He's fighting Logan. Logan Paul,
the white boy. Like so. Actually, I want to stay on the Black Kings right now. So
continue,
I think, like you said,
you seen the early segue though. You seen it.
Yeah, I seen the segue. I see where you're shooting. So I think you're right in terms of like they are polar opposites, but I think they align. I don't know what Dr. Kevin Samuels' thoughts on like all things Black, right? But I think they both care about Black women in the sense of wanting them to like trying to elevate them, right? Because even throughout the slant, like the wild shit Kevin Samuels be saying, it's kind of like it's a gut check to whoever he's talking about. Like he wants you to elevate. Well, if you want to elevate, but you're not elevating yourself, so you can't. You want a high figure nigga. You want to elevate the culture. I'm trying to elevate the culture. I'm trying to elevate Black women to be with elevated Black men.
Mm-hmm.
So
True.
It's just the way he's delivering it. So I don't know his other views on Black.
But let's speak to that for a second because I like that part. Because I've listened to not his shows, but I've listened to his interviews when people have talked to him. He said that he saw a disconnect between the man that women say they want, a very high earning Black male, and women. He said he would be, because he said he was an image consultant, so I guess he would help dudes with getting dressed and he would help women. So women that make a lot of money and men that make a lot of money, they weren't connecting.
Yeah,
they were not attracted to each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The woman who's trying to say she wants this man, she wasn't getting to him, and the man that says he wants this type of woman, he wasn't getting to her. Which is, first of all, I'm not a high value nigga yet.
Yeah, not yet.
But I was about to, the Tito's was talking to me. I was about to say something mad flagrant and random. Excuse me. Let me stay on point. This thing, as he takes a sip of wine. But so that's what he was speaking to. So he was really trying to supposedly. This is all entertainment to me. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly he was trying to connect these rich Black niggas with these rich Black women, or actually just find them someone that is gonna be their mate throughout life. And I can imagine it's hard to do that, especially say you were really focused on your dream of accomplishing your goals. You get to that goal, you sacrifice your social life. You sacrifice a lot of your people relating skills. It's not easy to relate to people when you are a very rich person. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're just a very intelligent person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people we would call weird or just weirdos or You know what I'm saying? They may not be fucking all the bitches. You know what I'm saying? Or they may not be bagging all of the handsome niggas. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You're intelligent, we have a high income, and you're looking for love. So he was trying to connect those people. So I do see that.
One thing. This nigga Kevin Samuels, before women got involved in man's business. He was actually talking to men primarily for a long time on YouTube. He got no retweets, no comments, but he had an audience of strictly men telling niggas to get their shit together for a long time until what? Women got in his business. And now women start calling him, and now he's getting viral now with these type of, the way he's talking to them. He's probably been talking to niggas like that for a long time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
got listen. Some people need to be told about this. So, but Umar's philosophy, I agree with a lot. Like I believe in not the superiority of Black people necessarily, but just like I believe in loving yourself unapologetically. And I believe in calling out the hypocrisy in society and understanding that, you know what I'm saying, that I love Black women and I will do whatever for Black women. I'll protect Black women. I love Black men. I want to protect young Black men. You know what I'm saying? And having that Pan-Africanist mentality is something that, as funny as it is, his delivery is literally something I feel in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my people. I want the best for my people. And
have you donated?
You know what I'm saying?
Have you donated?
Have I donated? Nigga, I donated my views, my clicks, my likes. I don't know, bro. I'm not about to just give. If I meet him in person, he might compel me to really give some money for his causes. Like, no, that ass. I'm giving money to churches. You know what I'm saying? So I was convinced. So I can be convinced to help fund movements. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%.
It's not just one movement. It's the Franklin Douglas Marcus Garvey School for Boys.
Shout out to Marcus Garvey. You know what I'm saying? The summers that I spent in New York as a kid, I remember Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was the name that I heard first there when we was getting free lunch and shit, free breakfast. So shout out to Marcus Garvey. And you know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, like there's like you can attack the person. Like I said before, if we look at anybody long enough, we can find chinks in their armor. We can attack the person. But like literally his mentality and the way he delivers his shit in the bars, I'm a route. If it's Samuels versus Umar, pick your fighter.
I'm going Umar.
We are the like-minded when it comes to this. And now, which I was segueing to before, we have Floyd Pretty Boy Mayweather, who is one of the greatest entertainers of all time, who deserves all his flowers for real. You can talk about his lifestyle, where he lived, but nigga, I watched Floyd Mayweather train on YouTube, and that shit motivated me to get in better shape and do things. Floyd Mayweather is a GOAT, 50-0, you know what I'm saying? But he has accepted a fight against white privilege's finest. Not Jake, what's the other nigga? We said it's Logan Paul. Which is the older brother of Jake Paul, who was recently knocked out Nate Robinson, which was the cover of one of our past episodes. Sorry, Nate. And recently beat Ben Askren, who was a UFC fighter, and knocked him out as well. But Floyd Mayweather accepted the fight, and they had a little face-off. I didn't really pay attention to the video. Literally today, I watched the clip of the video when Jake Paul snatched his hat from his head. You know, obviously, I'm not feeding into this, but I hope that Floyd Mayweather beats whoever he fights up because, you know what I'm saying, that's Black royalty, low-key.
Yeah. You know, I don't really... We talked about, you know, this fight anyways. So I don't want to talk about the fight. I want to talk about Floyd's hairline and his hairpiece and his beard. There's a picture floated around that looks fucking crazy. Like, it looks like it was holding on from the very... like during the ruckus, it was about to fly off. You can see.
That's why he snatched his hat. Holding on, love is
I'm about to pull up this picture because this looks fucking crazy.
Listen, Tory Lanez, Floyd Mayweather.
As you can see.
Listen, Floyd Mayweather, he looks like he's civil rights. That's the picture. Floyd Mayweather was bald for a decade. Okay, I love my hair. I'm an amateur barber. Actually, I'm professional. I've been paid. I'm a professional barber, and I study hairlines, like literally. Chris, I know when a nigga shit is receding. I know when he's trying to hide something. I know when shit is fake. Now, I've been tricked before. I know when a nigga got Beijing in his beard. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I know I've heard about all the methods of regrowing hair. I heard about Hims, heard about finasteride, da. Floyd Mayweather was bald for 10 years. Trust me, he was bald.
Yeah.
He had male pattern baldness. I've Googled male pattern baldness. There's different patterns that men will go bald in. There's one where the temples will go, the crowns, we call them the edges, the corners, they'll go. There's one where your top will drop, which means the center, the crown of your head will go. And you might keep your whole front, but your crown will go. You know what I'm saying? And then it's you know what I'm saying? It goes in certain ways. Floyd Mayweather had male pattern baldness. He was bald. He had surgery of some kind, maybe hair plugs, Bosleys. You know what I'm saying? They shoot, sometimes they shoot blood from your fucking, they shoot fucking plasma into your scalp. Floyd Mayweather had a procedure to grow hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Tory Lanez had the procedure. Just like Tyga had the procedure.
Yep.
Just like, who else had the procedure?
Safari
Safari had the procedure. You know what I'm saying? Niggas have the procedure to keep their hair long. He had a procedure and it never looks quite right. Ever. It never does. I'm sorry. No matter what you do. If you're bald, you're going to be bald. It's hard. LeBron has had this procedure. Trust me. LeBron just sweat a lot. So his shit, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to maintain it. And Floyd didn't just do it on his head. He did it on his face.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather was 40-0, 50-0. Floyd Mayweather couldn't grow a beard. But all of a sudden, now he got
a full beard. It's like, it's the audacity.
But Chris, I thought you had the procedure. Because this nigga was 20. Chris had a strip of hair on his face from when I met this nigga when he was 18, he didn't have nothing. So when he was about 20, I know this nigga, until he was 27, he had no facial hair. All of a sudden, this nigga getting a committed relationship, start eating pussy on the regular. Boom, this nigga got
that North Carolina era. You know what
I'm saying? This nigga grows a full beard at 28. I never saw. He had a procedure he don't want to tell nobody about. People,
I can't afford a procedure.
Cap.
Bro,
niggas do it. Listen, niggas will do whatever it takes to go to the next level. You think just people become rich? No, they commit crimes to become rich. You think people just become billionaires? No, they kill a lot of people to become billionaires. You didn't just get that beard, nigga.
I just eat, good amount of pussy and got good air,
Whatever, man. He went further to Alabama.
Listen, I'm just saying, listen.
You grew a beard at 28.
But you saw it. Never forget that. But you saw the process. You saw where I had to strip. You saw where there was no hair. I did some stuff. I rubbed some stuff on my face.
You used do grow. Yeah, there you go. He admitted it.
No.
He admitted it. He just admitted
I used beard grow.
He used do grow. That's what they call it. Do grow. You use hair growth serum on your face.
It's where you make your beard thicker. You know what I'm saying? And I cut down my beard. I cut it down so it grows.
At least you told him your secret.
Bro, it's you can get it in the store. It's beard thicker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you put it on your face and you grew your beard.
It was already there. It just needed a little help. It was already there. It needs a little help.
It's like I already got an erection. Just put your mouth on it. It's gonna get bigger. Just put your lips on it. All right, we're still on subject. Yeah. Yes, Floyd Mayweather had a procedure done his hair. It looks fucking nasty. And shout out to 50 Cent because 50 Cent was calling him from day one when he did the shit. And I believe I said it on this podcast, I won't be able to find it because we recorded hours and hours and hours and hours. But he bought a hairline. If you got 500 million, you tell me you can't buy a hairline? I should be able to.
I'm already an advocate for men switching their hair up. So.
Which is nasty of part of you, which is very true. You are an advocate of this.
Shit.
But you're talking shit about Floyd right now for doing it.
Because it's the audacity for it. It looks bad. I like it when it's done correctly.
Can I give you Charles, Terry, and Max recommendation for you if you're going balding? The most natural thing that I've seen, right? It's like semi-permanent, permanent tattooing that you can do with your head. You got to keep a very low, damn near a buzz, but you can get tattooing, now it's semi-permanent or permanent. I've seen people do permanent tattoos of their hairline. But you have semi-permanent looks a lot better. And you just have to keep it very low and it looks real. Anything other than that, if you try to grow your hair out, Tiger has let's talk about Tiger.
Let's talk about him. He led the charge. He's got really good
Tiger
hair.
has fake hair weaved into his real hair. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Tiger
Well, Fetty
has
Wap did it first. Fetty Wap did it first.
okay, but Fetty Wap isn't balding. It's not like you. We talking about hair now. T-Pain cut his dreads off. You remember that? But he
Yeah.
kept them, and he kept his dreads. You
Yeah.
keep them in a Ziploc bag, keep them airtight. Boom. He added his own dreads back onto his afro. Is that his real hair? Yes, it is. But Fetty Wap took someone else's dreads and put it into his hair and let it grow into the dreads. Okay.
Yes.
Fetty Wap is not as egregious as what Floyd Mayweather's doing.
Or what
Fetty Wap
Tiger
is
did.
not,
Okay, so
or what Tiger. Tiger literally has synthetic hair braided into his own hair. Now, a lot of niggas do a lot of things to keep up appearances. We know niggas have liposuction. Drake ass had liposuction. We gonna talk about it now.
bro,
Drake
I've been said that. I said that.
And Funk Flex probably felt emboldened to do it online because he's like, well, Drake did it. Kanye West did it. Niggas don't want stomachs, but niggas don't want to work out. Niggas did it. Niggas get liposuction in Hollywood. Black people. Well, Drake's half black. Okay.
Drake did it, and he's out here on flexing on the gram.
And this goes to my Keep It Funky, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. It goes to my Keep It Funky I said last week, where I can't tell what's real or fake no more on the internet, but in person I can often tell. Photo, I was talking about Facetune, but everything in Hollywood, a lot of the shit in entertainment is all fake. The asses, the titties, the abs, the hair, the teeth, the house, the car, the clothes, the bitches, the niggas, it's fake. Okay? Once you realize it is an illusion, it's television, it's entertainment, it's better for you to digest. Okay? That's my final. You have an all in all.
That's it. Don't believe the hype. They wasn't
Don't
in the gym.
believe that. They wasn't in the gym, and they weren't in the kitchen. But in the kitchen, one of my favorite meals is chicken.
It's a great segue.
You feel me?
That was a great segue.
Now, Chris, since this was your topic, go ahead and intro this bitch, man.
Yeah, man. There's so as we transition to 2021, we're all getting more woke, and we're realizing there isn't a blatant attack on Black people. So
Blatant.
it's a blatant attack on Black people. So the government, one, is trying to get rid of menthol cigarettes and flavored wraps, tobacco wraps.
I got some inside information on that too.
Okay, and now there seems there is a chicken shortage. Major chains such as KFC, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Wingstop are paying steep prices for chicken. Suppliers are having trouble keeping up with the demand because of difficulties attracting workers to, fill the farms. And it seems like the chicken wars.
No.
It seems like the
they
chicken
they
wars.
wanted to build a wall though to keep out the farm workers.
Oh, I'm just living here, bro. I can't tell you nothing about that. As you can see, the chicken wars of 2020 and 2019 with the Popeyes chicken sandwich and the booms of every fast food restaurant having a chicken sandwich.
Depleted it.
There's not enough chickens and not enough chicken breasts for all these chicken sandwiches. And I never thought the day would come where there would be a chicken shortage. And I remember I went to I was on DoorDash and I was looking at for some reason when I read this article, I went on DoorDash and I went on and I looked up Chick-fil-A. And they said that some of the items might be delayed or in shortage because there is a supply chain shortage. And I was like, wow, if it's in Chick-fil-A, it's crazy.
It's real.
And just to think about that now, niggas love chicken and Hennessy and chicken and cognac. And I remember last time I went in the ABC store, there was a shortage of Hennessy.
So they're trying to stop niggas from being great by stop.
They signed a bill for Stop Asian Hate, but they stopped. They're directly attacking Black people.
Yo, you made me think of a quote that I won't say who said it, but it speaks to the hate of black people because it seems like we're talking about black hate right now. You fucking with Hennessy and chicken. My dick too big, and you know who said it.
Yeah.
But no, but I'm saying like I feel like there's definitely a targeted thing. I understand why there's a chicken shortage because there's not enough chicken to supply demand. There's no way. There's so many chicken wings getting consumed on a daily basis. Where the fuck are all the chickens? I've never seen a chicken farm, but they gotta be packed like motherfucking a terminal in the biggest city in the motherfucking country during Christmas or some shit. The food, damn, the food. I can see a food shortage happening, and the chicken is the inception of food shortage going on. Niggas love chicken. Chicken is sold. It's a very low cost item that you can sell at a good markup. All you gotta do is fry that bitch, put some good sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? And thank God that I had 2 years of being vegetarian. So once all the chicken is gone, I'll still be okay. But let me tell you some shit. During those 2 years that I was not eating chicken, I would dream about chicken. On God. I was having dreams about chicken tenders, my nigga.
Yeah, I was
God.
Bro, I was vegetarian for about 4 months this year. It was tough, bro. I can only admit, it was tough, man. Like, it just don't do it. Like the tofu shit. It just don't do it. It's
nothing like it, nigga. They've addicted us to chicken, nigga. We will never get off of it. It's like antibiotics.
But it's good. It's good.
Nigga, what is okay, Chris? I did 2 years. I did 2 years no meat. 2 years no meat. I did eat fish, but no meat, no chicken, no pork, no beef, no turkey, none of that. 2 years. I was having not dreams about women. I was having dreams about chicken. There's something in the chicken. They're pumping it to us. There's something in everything. There's fluoride in the water. There's probably fucking whatever in the air. They're pumping it to us. But if they run out of chicken, the world will implode, especially America.
So, what do you think about my theory about it being a direct attack on black people?
I mean, obviously, we're black-centric, right?
Yeah,
we're in the center of our universe, so everything will probably seem like an attack to us on some level. But white people love chicken too. And they ain't just gonna let chicken go. They ain't gonna just be going quiet. They ain't gonna let chicken just be in short supply quietly. But I just think that the factories that are mass producing or the genetic labs that are producing the chicken, they just were running low on material or something.
I never thought about like how many chickens give up their energy on a daily basis for us.
My nigga, you go out and you buy a chicken wing basket. That's 6 to 10 chicken wings. That's just the wings. Where's the rest of the chicken? And who's buying the chicken with no wings? If you buy a whole chicken, Chris, you want wings on that chicken.
Yeah.
They're probably just growing all the chicken wings in a petri dish on the set.
On God. On God. No cap.
On God.
On God. No cap. On God.
No kizzy. Yeah, man, this is a scary world. Hopefully the chicken wings catch back up in supply. We talked about work, we talked about food. That's it. Are you ready to go to what would a player do?
Yes, sir. Listen this. What would a player do?
Yes. So let me disconnect because I'm gonna play a video for you people. Can you hear me?
Yes. This nigga Terry got out the Bluetooth earphones.
Yeah, I had to take them off. Because I'm gonna play something from my phone. I need you guys to hear. So, hello, people and everyone around the world in TV land. Welcome to this week's episode of What Would a Player Do? And this week we have a clip from Instagram and a user on Instagram, and we'll get the name shortly if I feel like getting it. But a debate, which is as old as time, between money, men, and women has come up again. And someone has laid their perspective down as it comes to the dating scene in particular. And as I find this clip that I'm going to play for you guys, I want you guys to listen to what this man is proposing. And we're going to say what a player would do, what a player wouldn't do, what a player would think, and what a player wouldn't think in this scenario. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 1 second, sorry.
Now give us some fucking money.
We're gonna start it up. Sorry about that. I had the volume turned down.
The first day you meet her, treat her. She already went on a date with you. Now give us some fucking money. Then you want to wonder why you don't get no pussy at the end of the first or the second date. You didn't let this girl get her hair, her nails done, pick out an outfit, and drive to you. Offer some free dinner and a fucking conversation, and you think that you gonna hit at the end of the night. Listen, if he don't do nothing for you on the first date, I swear to God, when you get back in the car, just text your ex. Just go ahead and text your ex. These niggas don't know what they doing out here. The first day you meet her.
Did you hear that clearly?
Heard that loud and clear.
Okay. Now, you are the contestant since you're the only one here on the show. What would a player do?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a couple direct questions, and we're going to take your answers, and then we're going to go to the judges and see if your answers get you points.
Okay.
As a player, would you give a woman money, cash in her hand on the first date?
Well, as a player never gives off his cash on the first date or give cash out hand. No, that's not player. Player likes to see his return on investment immediately. So a player is gonna, if you're taking a lady out on the first night, a player is not just gonna give her the cash. He's going to pay for everything. So now he sees his cash working. You know what I'm saying? So cash on hand, that's more of a a bottom bitch type of thing. You know what I'm saying? We've had a couple of dates, interactions and stuff. I'm gonna make sure you look good. I just met you tonight. Why the fuck I gotta give you cash? I don't know if you're worthy of this cash tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's a good investment. Players not giving us cash on the first night.
Very okay. The judges are going to deliberate on that question. Next question. Should a man expect sex on a first date when he does give a woman cash in her hand? And second part of the question, should a man expect sex on the first date if he doesn't give a woman cash on the first date?
If a player gives cash on the first date, it's not a date anymore. You got to escort.
Okay.
You got to escort. So you should expect sex.
So you're saying that if you give a woman cash on the first date, you can expect sex. You should. Because
now you're paying for her company.
Okay. And second part of the question, sir?
You should never expect sex. So if you're not paying for any, if you don't have a escort situation, prostitute situation,
okay,
then you should never expect sex.
I'm going to the judges for that one. All right, that's in the first round. And to your two answers, the judges have accepted your answers.
Okay.
Those were player answers.
Okay.
The only amendment that we're making to your first answer is that you use the word bottom bitch. And that refers to a pimp and prostitute relationship.
Gotcha.
And when we are discussing a dating relationship here.
True.
So you got a small deduction, but they still gave you the points.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For your answer. All right. Second round. What would a player do?
Copy.
Matter of fact, ain't no second round. You won. A player would not give a woman no money on the first date unless she's an escort. Now, let's talk about this video, right? Because the arguments got fucked up from me. The reason why I picked this to play the game is because the arguments got fucked up. He's saying he's saying two things that are very separate. A date, you should not expect sex on. But he said something at the end of the video that made what he said kind of sound right. He said men are going on dates with women expecting sex on the first night, but they're not giving them no money. That's a sound argument. But he then proceeded to lay out a prostitution escort situation.
Mm-hmm.
If I pay you the first time we go out, yes, I can expect sex. Yes, I can expect to fuck you because I just put money into your hand. Literally.
Yeah.
Now, no, you shouldn't even. If I put money in your hand, if I literally put $200+ in your hand and we're going out to eat, you better fuck me. Why the fuck I give you the money? He tried to say I gave you the money because for your hair, your nails, your no. First,
the nature of a date is supposed to be us getting to know each other, see if we're even compatible, see if I even like you. That's what I thought a date was for. Yep. He proceeded to say the word date, but then he proceeded to explain a motherfucking rendezvous that you get with a hooker. A date and an escort are two different things. You said it in your answer. That's why I really liked your answer. Literally, he was talking about escort women, and this went viral a little bit. And then he had another video. He seems to be finding this guy in particular. He has face tattoos. Seems to be a strong black brother. He's an advocate for men giving women money to get what they want, which is a patented time-old tradition of getting what you want out of women. Give them money. Yes. Like it's not. This nigga's not talking about rocket science. And I'm not opposed to if you have an intention to pay to expedite your intention. We talked about this before. That's the reason why niggas trick in general to expedite whatever they're trying to do.
Yes, sir.
But damn, I almost lost my point. My point was that I lost my point. And I talked about it before on the show. I need to stop smoking.
Well, I would say these niggas are like, what is a shapeshifter from like in any type of comic books? I can't think of one. Where it's just like,
shapeshifter. Oh, you talking about a character that's a shapeshifter? Mystique.
These niggas are. Well, you watched Invincible, right?
Yes, I did. I finished it.
So you know, the Martian said that there is a when he went to Mars.
Yeah, like
there's the parasite that jumps onto people and transforms into them. Mm-hmm. Whatever this parasite is hopping into these niggas that like to pander on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going from Derek Jackson to this nigga to who else is pandering nigga? I respect females to
yeah. Bro.
Like they're just changing. They're changing forms. They're just changing forms of pandering.
Is I respect females that deaf nigga that was on Twitter?
Yes.
Out there, you did. That was a real throwback. You gotta be old enough to know about that nigga. But I remember my point. Yes, the pander parasite. Boom.
Ooh.
The pander parasite is definitely jumping for people because we see there's a niche that some people could feel and that some women and men gravitate to about just saying what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And just, give her money. Yeah, of course a woman wants, like, I want free shit too. What the fuck? Why do you think I want to become famous low-key? Because I'm like, you just get free shit. I seen Fabulous open up so many sneakers today, and I'm like, yo, he probably got all them shits for free. And I felt a little jealous. But I remember my point after is that I want everyone to understand that money, especially in this scenario, it comes with a string attached. Never in the history of niggerdom has a man given a woman money on a date and there was not a one string attached to that money.
Why do you feel comfortable receiving money from a random man?
You know why you feel comfortable? Because you busting it open.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're not having an honest conversation here.
But that's why I really picked out this video because he didn't contradict himself, but he conflated two different things. He conflated men expecting sex on the first date, which no man should expect, which you said in your response. And then he conflated giving women money for sex. If I direct and then made it something about the first date. He conflated dates, money for sex, and expectations. You should never first of all in life, if you don't put the work in and set yourself up for a scenario, you shouldn't expect anything. Giving a woman money, you're setting yourself up for in this scenario. So you're setting yourself expectations. If you don't give a woman money, there should be no expectations. It's very simple. I don't expect anything for food, liquor, and me picking you up in a car. There's no expectation. All I expect is for you to actually be who you say you are. And it's not even an expectation. It's kind of a demand. If we go on the first date, I should probably say to you, yo, just be yourself.
Bro, that's what I'm telling you. It's just, that nigga's probably not in that demographic I told you, right?
If you're going to pay for sex, just say you paying for sex. Like,
18,
don't talk about dates.
He's probably from 18 to 30. He's probably 18 to 30. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no 40-year-old going to be out here just pandering on the internet.
Niggas will do it. But
I'm sick of it.
You have won this week's what would a player do? Because you definitely said, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, shout out to you, man. Another week, another championship belt for you. Because a player not, but oh yeah, this was something I thought about. A player would pay a woman for sex. Maybe? No. Wait.
No, you're paying a prostitute for sex.
You don't pay a hoe to fuck you, you pay them to leave.
True.
There's not, but like giving her money up front, nah, you gotta, yeah. So it's not player to pay a woman on the first. No, what?
It's
The
weird,
more I think
bro.
about this shit, the more egregious it sounds.
But then they'll call you broke, Terry. If you broke, just say it. No, just say that.
Even if you pay her for sex, you don't pay her up front. Like you pay her after she fuck you. You don't pay her before she fuck you. So he got this shit. Ugh. That Parasite is nasty.
These new niggas get money, man. And they're still young in the game, and they're still in their parasiting. It's just like, yeah,
it's like, you know what? They have a kung fu. It's like they say something true, and then they say a lot of bullshit around it. So some people, as a matter of fact, this goes to all the fallacies that I used to talk about. I'm gonna bring the fallacy thing back. You say something true, but then you're arguing something that has nothing to do with the point that you laid down. No men shouldn't expect sex on the first date. But paying for a woman to go on a date with you isn't a date any longer. It's a business arrangement.
Why do you? First off, you lame if you think the only way you can get a date is by paying a woman to go on a date with you. You lame.
But see, that's not even his argument. He's talking about niggas expecting sex. So it's like, yeah, you saying yes to his argument, but then you're just arguing. Then you're just talking about paying women for a first date, which is just something that most men aren't doing. It's hard for me to even think that rich, famous athletes, photographers, actors, fucking cyclists, anybody is just say, hey, do you want to go out and get dinner with me? And then when she sits down at the table, be like, oh yeah, you did your hair, your nails. Here's $500. It doesn't seem like a scenario that's happening very often to me.
It's weird, bro.
Now, if we're dating and we're going out, and I see that you know what I'm saying, that we're always going to nice places, I'm be like, yo, babe, yeah, we're going to another nice place. Yo, here's a stack. Just go ahead and do. But that's
player. That's player.
Down the road of you knowing someone. Shit, man. This shit is giving me a headache, man. Thank you for playing the game. Listeners, let us know about these first dates. I'm actually gonna post this video on the page tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna post it tonight. To kind of
probably just want us to say we're broke, and they just want us to say that.
Someone just say we're broke. Just say you're a hooker. What do you mean? Just say that if I give you that's shout out to my man Corey Hogan. Just tell me how much it costs. Don't act like you're not a hoe when you are a hoe. Tell me it's $200 for the night. Tell me it's $400 for the night. Tell me it's $10,000 for the week. Just tell me. Talking about just tell me I'm broke. Tell me how much it costs to fuck, and I'll pay it so that I don't gotta fuck with you no more. You want this 40 ball, or I need to do this 400 ball? Like, what you trying to do? The fuck, man? These simple motherfuckers. Shit. If it's a transaction, let it be that. Don't try to talk about me liking you. What me liking you? Liking you ain't got nothing to do once I put this money in your hand. We didn't focus enough on the strings. The strings that are attached when someone gives you something. There's no one gives you nothing for something unless they're really out of the kindness of their heart and they just want to see you do better. That's so rare in life.
Yeah.
Especially on a first date, for me to give you any amount of money and you think that it's just because, oh, you look good. No, I want to put my dick inside of your butt, your ass, your mouth. I said butt and ass twice. I want to put my dick inside you. And it's it. And women that pay niggas, they want to put whatever they want to do. Come on, man. It's prostitution, man. Come on. Okay.
I just let you talk. You went off on that shit.
Yeah, man. I've been drinking Tito's, and I got this good treat from. Matter of fact, this isn't a black business, but maybe it will be a black partner soon. I got this weed from my man. Shout out to Tyler Sturgill, average pot grower. You know what I'm saying? He's he grows he's a grower out of DC, and he has excellent tree. And you know, coming soon, we might have Mazel talks. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm definitely a advocate for marijuana, but you know what I'm saying? I got the Tito's mixed with the tree, and I'm just silliness, man. Silliness.
I gotta re up on my wine, but by that time we'll be done for this episode. But you know, you shout out a white man, I'm gonna shout out a black man before we end the episode.
Okay.
I want to shout out Russell Westbrook for he broke the record for triple doubles.
Yes, he did.
Yep. So he is the NBA leader in history books of triple doubles. Russell Westbrook, you know what I'm saying? Playing for the home team. Yep.
And I love that he's with Washington. I hope Bradley Beal gets his hamstrings all right. But yeah, shout out to Russell. You know, I was a Thunder fan. He was drafted by Oklahoma City. I saw them go from Western Conference to the finals. I lost money on the finals. The intensity, shout out to the Brody. You know, hopefully one day I can meet him and just tell him how cool he is and how I respect his game. That's a feat, bro. Oscar Robertson, he just beat Oscar Robertson, who is like a name among names. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that should just be motivation for all of our names.
Hall of Fame.
He's a Hall of Famer now for sure. Like, bro, you have most triple doubles all the time. Like, you know, he MVP. But just like motivation, to just have your name among those names. You know what I'm saying? Be the greatest in whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? And strive for that. 100%. And matter of fact, that'll be my spiritual word for the day too, man. Like, I listened to shout out to Stephen Furtick. Damn, I'm shouting out white men today.
Hate to see it.
Podcast. He's a preacher out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And I listened to one of his old sermons today, and he was just talking about really wanting to be the best at whatever you do, and not actually no, fuck that. It wasn't even Stephen Furtick. I'm a little drunk. I was listening to Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson's podcast where they were interviewing Lamar Odom. That's what it was. And Lamar Odom was talking about being around Kobe, and they were asking him memories about being around Kobe, and that's what it was. And he was talking about Kobe like he really decided one day that I'm gonna be better than the greatest person that ever played. They say the greatest person that ever played was Michael, and that was his mission. And I really took that as like, you know what? Whatever you do, you need to really look at who's doing it the best or who's done it the best and say that I'm gonna be better than them. And if it's not that energy, then it's kind of like disrespect to what you're doing. Of course, there's a lot of great players that have just, you know what I'm saying, come and gone, but like to really be a name among names, which is what Russell just achieved. You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely one of those people that have the mentality. You know that he's relentless. He's gonna compete, and it's just all over in his demeanor. So that's the spiritual word for the day.
Thank you, Terry. I want to thank you guys for checking in for another episode of Mother Talks, the safe place for keeping the player, where we keep it kosher every time, all the time. Check us out on all platforms. Subscribe, rate, review, like. Fuck with our YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Keep checking in, keep plugging into our visual content, man. We here. We can go nowhere. That's all I got, baby. Remember, on the path to playerdom, there are 3 rules to success. Stay true to yourself, stay true to the code, and stay dangerous, man. So thank you again for tuning in with us, baby. We'll see you next week, man. Peace.
Holla.